action within the initial state of first state. Pulse the button to add a new action and the new window will open showing the steps to follow and the main option to create an action, which will consist in naming our action, choosing an entrance condition in the sensor, a mode of movement or a change of state and an exit condition. First we will name our action according to what it will do. In this case it will be an anti-clockwise draft. Then we will choose the inlet condition of the sensor that it can realize the action. By pulsing the adding condition to sensor button, a new window will be opened with all the sensors the robot has. The frontal sensor of the control of the message, the bottom sensor that follows the line, and the sensor of the wall so it can follow the wall from the left side. The frontal sensor is used to detect the message and it contains of left sensor, the left center sensor, the right center sensor, and the right sensor. The bottom sensor or floor sensor is used to detect the line to follow and it contains of a left sensor, the central sensor, and the right sensor. The wall sensor is used to distinguish if there is a wall or not and how far or how close the robot is to the wall. It has 3 wall sensors up front. The closest is used to indicate that it is less than 3 centimeters to the wall. The one in the center is used to indicate that it is located at least 6 centimeters from the wall, and the farthest is used to indicate if the robot is next to a wall or on a curve. It also has 2 wall sensors on the back. The closest is to indicate that the wall is at least 3 centimeters away, and the middle one it is to indicate that it is at least 6 centimeters from the wall. For the anti-clockwise turn of the line follower, we will choose the bottom left sensor as well as the bottom right sensor. Every sensor that we add to the list of conditions can be modified so it can be activated with the white or black color, represented as 1 of the white and 0 for the black. We can also modify the logical operator that joins the sensors under the same condition. To end the entrance condition, we pulse the accept button. As a second step, we select the movement for the engine or a change of state. In this case, we pulse the button to establish movement of the engines. A new window will be opened with the information of each engine and its respective direction, either clockwise and anti-clockwise, and the percent of power that each one will have regarding the maximum speed established in the state. Each MayaBot has the omnidirectional movement capacity, that means it can move according to the results of the vectorial movements of each engine to achieve a movement in any direction. To ease the movement's configuration of the robot, it has been established 9 predetermined movements represented by the buttons on the right side of the window. Moreover, we can modify them to create our own movements, establishing the power and direction of each one. In our case, we will choose the anti-clockwise and the information of the engines will be updated with this movement. Now we will modify the power of the engine to suit us. To finish this part, we will pulse the accept button, and we will go back to the main window of the creation of this action. Finally, we will select the condition to exit the action, having as options to exit when there is a change in the condition of entrance, to exit after a while in second, to exit with another condition of sensors, or to exit immediately after executing the movement or a change of state. In this case, we will select the option to exit immediately after the action. To conclude the creation of the action, we will pulse the accept button and it will return to the main screen to continue editing the machine of state that we will execute our algorithm. On the main screen of each state, a summary of each action we create will be shown, as well as the option to create a new action, to copy the created action, to edit the created action, or eliminate the created action. On the right side of the software, there will be the control for the machine of status, having as option to add a new state to the machine, rename a selected state, or duplicate the selected state. To To continue with the algorithm of the line follower, we will create another action with its respective movement. We will push the button to create a new action. Afterwards, we will name the action to our convenience, and we will establish the initial condition of the sensors. Next, we will push the button to establish the movements on the engines, and we will choose the clockwise turn, and we will modify its power to our convenience. We will select the option that will come out right after the action, and we will pulse the accept button to finish creating it. Then we will create another action so that the robot will go forward. Again, we will pulse to create a new action. We will choose the condition for enters to the adequate action for the sensors, and we will pulse the accept button. Afterward, we will push the button to establish the movement on the engines, and we will choose the movement forward, and we will modify its power to our convenience. To finish the movement, we will select the option that comes out immediately and pulse the accept button. With our three created actions, we will have a very simple line follower. We can observe that in each state the order in which the summaries appear of every action are of executing importance. Every action has a major priority than the one that follows, and this summary we count with another indicator of priorities of each and every action created, being 1 the most important. We can modify the priority of each action by selecting on the indicator the place number that we want it to make. To add more complexity to the algorithm, we will make it stop once it gets to a white line that embraces all three bottom sensors. For this, we will create a new state that only has the action to stop, so that once the robot has stopped, it shall not move again. We push the button to add a new state, and we will choose a name. As we can observe, a new folder tab has been added to the zone of status that conform our states machine. This state, as it is new, is empty, and it does not contain any action. We will pull the button, create a new action, and we will select the entrance condition that suits us. In this unique case, in which we wish for it to stop every time that it enters